All right, y'all, we have to talk about this Attack on Titan series finale. I cannot believe that it is over. Like, what is going on? Definitely did not disappoint. It was great. I'm glad it was an hour and 30 minutes long. I was just like, yes, more. Give it to me. Anyway, let's talk about it. Let's go. Okay, so we are picking up right where we left off from the last episode. They're getting this plane together. They want to drop the girls off so that they could fight. Eren. So of course, you know, the Beast Titan doing their thing, but it's giving Warhammer Titan abilities, right? Like Beast Titan doing their thing, trying to throw the fucking shit at their ass. Reiner transformed. Like the block is getting real hot. The block getting hot. Right, so then the Marlians were like, "Oh shit, Paradise Island came to stop the rumbling. What the hell? Oh my gosh!" It was so many things happening at the same time. So the crew was like, "All right, Zeke is probably using the Warhammer Titan to hide." So they say, "Armin, you gotta blow this shit up with the Colossal Titan." And I figured they were gonna do something like that, but at the same time, I was like, "Okay, that shit might not work." I figured they would probably use that shit. And Armin was like, Eren definitely knows that this is probably coming, but at least if I do it, we might be able to find out where he or Zeke is hiding, where they've hidden themselves in this shit. And so I love the scene because Armin was like, as much as I want to hope, like as much as I want to like rely on my memories of the Eren of the past, like I really just have to accept what is in front of me and deal with Eren the way I need to deal with him, you know, because if I don't, things will get astronomically worse, right? So he's trying to come to terms with that, and then like he's just sitting here trying to think about that shit. And I guess that's what you can't really sit and think in the final battle. Like you gotta get your shit together, babes. And I'm so sorry, but I understand. But like y'all should have already come to the fact, because Mikasa, I'm gonna get on your ass. Y'all have to come to terms with the fact that Eren is just, y'all finna kill his ass. Like y'all cannot be on the battlefield like, oh girl, will I do it? Will I won't? Like girl, you gotta do, bitch. He's stepping on hoes. Like he's stepping on kingdoms, bitch. Like you gotta. Come on now. But so he was thinking about all that, and then he got transported away by this weird Minotaur kind of looking Titans. I don't know, girl. Like he got transported away. Stuffed that mouth up and took his ass away. I was like, oh, okay, we a little kinky over here. So this shot with all the Titans was so crazy and scary to me. I was like, what the hell we gonna do now? What the hell we gonna do now? Okay, so they pulling this nigga out the plane, right? I'm surprised that his black ass survived for this long. Y'all know this is anime. No shade, y'all. Y'all treat us black folk real fucked up sometimes, so I'm surprised this nigga even surprised. I'm surprised he even lasted this long, bitch. Like, I was like, okay. And Addie's dad is over here asking his ass if he's seen her. I'm just like, Dad, can this nigga get up first, bro? This nigga, y'all opening this nigga's eyes and shit like, bro, can this nigga get up first? He was just flying a fucking plane, bro. I seen Annie, but I just crashed landed. Like, can you chill out for a second? So back to Reiner trying to fight these bitches. He fighting them hoes. He getting support from Mikasa and them with the Thunder Spears, but they know that eventually they're gonna run out of the spears. So, and on top of that, they gotta find Armin because he just got scooped up by the fucking Titan. So Levi was like, well, he's probably all right because he's not, like, if he hasn't transformed yet, he probably hasn't been injured or anything like that. So we'd be okay. We just gotta find his ass. So it's just too many of them hoes, too many Titans. So we gotta draw these bitches out first. Like, we gotta draw them away if we're trying to get to Armin's ass. So we find out that these are past generations of the 9 Titans, right? Resurrected by the power of the founding Titan. Apparently, Eren can resurrect an unlimited number of them. And that was just like, girl, we are not going to beat that shit. Like, Levi was like, girl, even at my best, bro, I'm not finna step into that shit. So Peak was like, all right, girl, since y'all saying this shit, we can't be delicate about this. I'm not even friends with Eren like that, so I'm about to go in. Bitch, she go in, bitch. She goes in. She goes in. She get to the front, bitch. She really did that shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, she ate that shit. But then she was taken out immediately by one of the Warhammer Titans before she could blow the charges on Eren's fucking neck. And I was like, yo, there was no way that you were gonna do that. There was no way that Eren's gonna allow you to do that shit that easy. But you ate that. And also, because by this time we was kind of in the beginning of the episode anyway, so I was like, girl, it's not over. Eren got your ass. And I love this shot so much, I just have to say. But yeah, babes, we knew you weren't getting that. Love you though. Love you, babes, but you was not getting that. So then these motherfuckers talking about, oh, we only have 3 cannons, but you gotta use them because Paradise is out there. They're trying to stop the rumbling, so we gotta fight too. I was like, bitch, y'all stupid as hell. If y'all don't find an underground bunker to go camp out in or something, these bitches talking about using 3 and 2 cannons, using 1 cannon to fight a whole fucking rumbling. Bitch, y'all need to find your ass to somebody fucking nuclear bunker, bitch.
are you talking about? Oh, even it don't matter if it's 2 or 3 of them hoes. Get them cannons. If I was a soldier on duty, I had to fucking, you know what I mean? Be out there, one of the only motherfuckers out there with a cannon, bitch. While the rest of these, I'm like, bitch, you bitches are stupid as fuck. You bitches are stupid as fuck. I am going AWOL. What are you talking about? Okay, so Levi doing his thing, right? He's doing his thing with these Titans, right? Mikasa using a thunder spear to take out 3 of them Titans chasing, what's his face was so kind. That shit was so cool. Reiner ass was being chased by them Titans, bitch. And Mikasa came out of there like, yeah, and got their ass. So Armin figures out that Ymir and Eren want the same thing. That's an important part of it. He obviously is in the past at this point because he got snatched up. But he's in the past at this point because we see Bertolt there. And then, like, in real life, he reached out as a fucking Colossal Titan and literally chomps off Reiner's head. I was like, oh my God. The way that Bertolt slammed the shit out of Reiner's body onto Eren's back, bitch. And that shit sounded like thunder. The way that, I mean, you saw that concussive blast that came out when he did that shit, bitch. If I was Eren, I'd be like, damn, Bertolt, you had slapped the fuck out of my back like that. God damn. God damn, bitch. I love that we got to see the underside of Eren's little thing here, or Eren's Founding Titan here. It was so haunting. What Connie was hanging, right? It was crazy because all those Titans were passing by underneath. And knowing that them bitches was Colossal Titans and their heads weren't even near to the top of where, you know, Eren's little spine thing. I was like, what? This is insane. Like, this is insane. I mean, it's really a mess right now. People, ODM gear is fucked up. People hanging from the thing, like people knocked out. It's just really a mess. Mikasa was cutting these bitches down though, I will say. You know, I will say. Then out the blue, here come Falco, old peacock ass. I guess Peacock can't fucking fly like that, but like, you know what I'm talking about, bitch. I'm just like, bitch, where did this big bird come from, bitch? Like, I really thought I was on Sesame Street for a minute. I was like, what the fuck? Now, I saw this shot in the trailer and I was so confused. I'm like, girl, what's going on? It looked amazing though, but now I know it was Falco. So I was just like, okay, I guess we are, you know, I guess I gotta build a fucking birdhouse now, bitch, if I want Falco to visit. Like, okay. Bitch, so who got the feed and shit, bitch? I know you got the, so they get the bird feed, bitch. So here come Mikasa, like I said before. Here come Mikasa, gagged that we've all come here to kill Eren. Like, girl, y'all gonna have to get into it, bitch. Like, I'm so serious, y'all gonna have to get into it. Oh, I don't know what, he's stepping on buildings, bro. Like, y'all got to stop this motherfucker. Like, y'all have to stop this motherfucker. Like, I don't know what y'all thought this was gonna happen, bitch. You thought we took that fucking plane and we flying on this fucking raggedy ass pterodactyl? Because we're not coming here to kill Eren. Like, bitch, we came here to kill Eren because I'm so sorry, babes. It's not my fault you got married to Hitler. Like, it's not my fault that she got married to a mass murderer, babes. But we gotta get rid of him. So Annie was just like, yo, okay, you tripping. Like, let's just worry about saving Armin. You know what I mean? And we worry about the rest of the shit. You don't have, that's all you have to think about. Just get Armin back. So I like this shot too, because humans were down here about to shoot each other up even in the midst of all this shit. I was just, even though it turned out, you know, to be a little anime thing, oh, we just emptied the gun. I was just like, okay, girl, just keep it, because that's exactly right. Even in the face of all this destruction, human beings would still be wanting to shoot each other up. I absolutely love the shot here where all the Titans were aiming at Falco while they were like trying to get back to Eren. I was like, that don't look good. He dodged their ass. He dodged all that shit. But I'm just like, imagine being on top. Watch this scene again and imagine being on top of his back while he was doing all that shit. Girl, put me the fuck down, bitch. Like, if you couldn't find Falco was flipping and turning, I was like, how the fuck did they hold on to that shit, bitch? I was like, girl, put me fucking down, girl. I'll risk getting fucking trapped over this shit, but you gonna make me fall directly into Eren's mouth. Get me out of here. So they make it back, right? And Reiner begins plowing through the Warhammer Titans. Like, he doing what he had to do. Pika, whatever her name was like, okay, I wish I could move omnidirectionally too, like the rest of y'all, before she transformed again to the Cart Titan. That shit was funny. I was like, oh shit, like she really has to be out here. She keeps transforming as many times, you know, as she needs to. I like how she told Gene or whatever the fuck his name is, don't play with me, basically. Like, I know what I'm doing. Rhino over here getting fucked up. Damn. Mikasa sees the Titan that has Armin and tries to describe it, and they were like, girl, what the fuck are you talking about?
They were sitting on top of Falco's chicken-shaped head ass. And it was like, girl, you better describe that shit better, because I don't know what the fuck you talking about, bro. That shit killed me, bro. So it's a okapi, girl, I don't know. It's one of them. Girl, either way, they go after it. They go after that shit. So I thought it was cool as hell when Annie flung Mikasa after it. It was, oh my gosh, she was going fast as shit. That was cool as fuck. But I'll be scared shitless. I'm like, girl, if I mess one thing up, it's broken bones on here, okay? And she did fall out, but Annie saved the fuck out of her. I think she was doing this roundhouse, some fucking fancy ass kick. You know, Annie loved to be kicking hoes and shit, girl. So that was cool. So Armin realizes that he's in the paths, but before he does, he's screaming at himself to wake the fuck up. He's like, girl, you got resurrected. Like, they brought you back, girl, and you can't even do your duty, girl. Get your ass up. He was mad. That's how I be dragging the shit out of myself sometimes. You ever piss yourself off so bad, you're like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, you want to fight your reflection? Yeah, that Armin was really going through it. I do love this baby sequence with the Titans in the background. It was just so good. It was sad and haunting, but really effective. Like, Eren, you ain't... You're never seen the pearly gates, Eren. Like, oh my god. So Armin finds Zeke in the paths. And there's a lot here, because Zeke said he was consumed by Ymir. He's depressed as hell. Like, we gotta get these characters some therapists, babe, because Zeke was depressed. He said that life's purpose was to multiply, change form, and multiply to remain around. And that's what Ymir did. She survived and escaped to a world where death doesn't exist, aka the past, whatever. But so that's kind of how Zeke sees it. Like, what's the point of shit? Zeke is like, what's the point? Would it be so bad to lose? The moment before death might bring some kind of relief. It might feel like being set free. Basically, he's saying, you know, we're going through all these meaningless motions in life, actions that in the grand scheme of things amount to nothing. So what's the point? And Armin essentially tells Zeke about some intimate moments that he had with his friends. And this makes Zeke think about when he was playing catch with Tom or whoever. And he said, although, you know, playing catch doesn't really mean anything in the grand scheme of things, or it's not some, you know, gigantic earth-shattering event, he would have still been happy just doing that forever, right? Instead of whatever this is. So I think this is very important because of the way that so many people look at life. Like, what's the point? We're just going through the motions. We're just doing. It's like, what, you know, what is the point? What is the big idea? And the big idea is honestly what you make it, right? Like, the big idea are those small moments that you have with your friends or family. Life is about your the favorite movie or TV show that you sit down and watch, and like it's, I think that was the point of it. Is like a lot of people are looking for these big grand things when life is just really, like, the purpose of life can be whatever you make it. Or at least, you know, that's the goal when it comes to self-actualization, whatever. It's just, you know, there is no big grand thing. It's life, and you're living it. My comrades are out there fighting. They're facing their fear. They're fighting with their fear. You know, that's what life is all about. And so I think with that, he was able to reach Zeke in some kind of way. What do y'all think about that? Because I don't know. That's kind of what I got from it, just real quick. Right? So back in the real world, the Titans are turning against one another, obviously because of what Armin and Zeke and whatever are in there doing, in the past doing. So I think the sequence started with Bertolt doing it first as a colossal Titan, like helping our crew out. And then, you know, the rest of the Titans kind of fall in line there, or like some of the Titans fall in line. So at this point, Mikasa frees Armin. And it was just this entire sequence was so fucking amazing, because after she frees Armin sends like a thunder spear at the Titan, and it blows up in that bitch face, but it's still trying to latch onto his leg and drag him fucking down. But then Connie comes out the fucking way and cuts him free, bitch. And then he's like, bitch, Armin's about to fall. Annie, do something, bitch. Annie comes out and catches him. That shit was cool as fuck. Yo, I was like, damn. that was cool as fuck. That's how you work on a team. That's teamwork. Bitch, don't play with me. And here comes Zeke talking about, hey girl, what's the team, mama? I seen that you was over. Bitch, I heard you was looking for me. Bitch, here I go. That's what that's what Zeke was saying. Hey girl, hey mama. He pulled up to the brunch when nobody invited him. Hey girl, hey mama, hey, what's tea, mama? And Zeke was not Zeke, bitch. Levi was like, girl, this can't be real, bitch. Is this bitch waving at me, bitch?
is this bitch really waving at me like she driving past in a car? She seen you walk into the fucking parking lot at the mall or some shit. She's like, hey girl. And it's just like, bitch, what?
But yeah, I think at this point, Zeke has like accepted death. He's killed so many people. He's been through so much shit. Like he's just like, girl, he's just like, girl, take me, you know? And Levi comes through with the iconic slice looking so good. My man. That's how you take care of business. He said, I'm standing 10 toes, bitch. That's how, when I see you, it ain't gonna be no words, bitch. You getting lit up. It's on sight. It's on sight. So as soon as Zeke gets his head fucking cut off, that's when the rumble stops, bitch. Immediately. Them colossal titans immediately came to a halt, right? Obviously, Zeke is an important piece to that puzzle there. So Jean blows up Eren's neck, and just, I'm so gay. I'm so gay. But y'all seen when Eren got his neck blown up and that fucking frontal was going all over that bitch? It seemed like there was a Beyonce fan behind him or in front of him or some shit, bitch. I was like, yes, this bust down. Eren in this fucking bust down, bitch. He always got, sickening ass hair on his Titans, bitch. I need to, who's your hairdresser, girl? I think this is called a hallucinogen or some shit, girl. I don't know. We're gonna call it a glowing worm, but it's responsible for the Titan powers in the first place, right? Like, it's the whole reason why we even got Titan powers, right? So Reiner blocks it from coming into contact with Eren again because they're just like, girl, we don't need that. They said, Armin got to blow this shit up right the fuck now. Like, like, you got to do this shit now. We finna get away from this shit. But even if we not, like, bro, you got to do this shit now. And that's when Armin says, goodbye, Eren, and blows that shit to smithereens. And as iconic as this amazing ass explosion was, I knew that Eren ass was not dead, girl. Like, are you serious? And then so immediately I was right. Boom. He transforms again, looking scary as hell, bitch. Oh my God. But he's definitely smaller than before. It's giving Colossal Titan, like a little bit bigger than like a regular Colossal Titan to me, right? So Gabby says that if he touches that glowing worm shit again, the rumbling might start once more. But then the glowing worm gonna fart. It's just gonna fart. It didn't pass gas. And like, we was just like, girl, what the fuck is that smell, bitch? We was like, what the fuck is that smell? They immediately knew what it was. It was like, girl, this is not Titans dying. This shit is something else. They immediately knew that the gas would transform the girls into Titans. But it wouldn't work on the Ackermans or the Titan shifters or whatever. I mean, Connie, the secretary, so many of our people, the people turned into Titans. And the worm thing used them as an army to try and get to Eren or whatever, right? So Reiner's over here holding the worm back. Armin has engaged with Eren as a colossal fucking Titan, and it's just too much. Mikasa's flying on Falco ass with Levi. Like, it's just, Mikasa says she want to go back to our home. That's what she says, and she kind of does mentally. It was like she woke up in a timeline where her and Eren ran away with each other. He said he couldn't fight, or he was like, I couldn't fight, commit genocide. So they just ran away from it all. Like, it seemed like it was like almost meant to be a different version of reality, right? But then he speaks real directly here. Eren says, once I'm dead, throw this scarf away, forget about me, and just be free. But Mikasa's like, girl, I don't think so. But at this point, Mikasa says, hey, Eren is in the mouth, help me get him. And it was such a badass scene because Levi does what Levi does, you know what I mean? And then he blows the teeth open with a thunder spear, and Mikasa goes in there and does what needs to be done. Oh, and it was such a weird, sad, bittersweet moment. And what's her face was in the back? Ymir was in the back, looking, smiling and shit. I was like, okay, girl, you need to move on somewhere else, Ymir. I'm so sorry, girl. We got to get you out here. But yeah, I'm just like, girl, I get it, Mikasa, but you don't have to kiss the dead head. It's all right. It's okay. We get it. We just show us her kissing him in, her dreams or sometimes, but it's okay. We don't need to see the severed head kiss. It's all right. And then so we see these like restored memories, right? With Eren and visiting Armin. It's given telepathically, it's given in the paths, right? And Armin was like, girl, did you have to beat me up that bad? And Eren, I was like, oh. I mean, we were all wondering the same shit. Like, damn, bitch, you was really beating on Armin. And Eren said it was to push y'all away from me and make y'all the heroes who killed the threat and saved humanity from annihilation. We also learned some other things, like the fact that Ymir had Stockholm Syndrome, and also that with the power of the founding Titan, the past, present, and the future seem like one thing to Eren. And also this part, which I was like, okay, this kind of, am I not understanding it fully? But I'm just like, girl, he said in order to keep Berthold alive, that he sent the Titan after his own mama. So I'm just, I guess we're gonna have to talk about that part a little bit later, because I'm just like, that's really fucked up, girl. That's really so sad. So Armin punches Eren in the face for giving a weird lackadaisical answer about Mikasa, which I do not blame him for. But then Eren breaks down crying, talking about, oh, he don't want Mikasa to be with anybody else, and oh, he don't want to die. And I'm just like, girl, I don't know what to tell you, babes. Like, you are going to pass the fuck away. you are stepping on somebody's grandma right now. Like, you gonna have to pass away. But then he gets his shit together and he says, well, I'm sure none of them wanted to die either, speaking of the people, many countless people that he's killed. And it's just like, yeah, they definitely didn't. We find out that he trampled literally 80% of humanity, but it seems like this conversation is weirdly happening like before. Well, not weirdly, because obviously this was a memory that he erased, but you know what I mean? Like, but the fact that Eren sees everything everywhere all at once, you know, he's like, I killed all these people, 80% of humanity. But it's like in the future at this point. I massacre so many people. No matter how many times I play it, the future always ends up the same. And so he's just like, I want to be free, but I'm a slave to my freedom, because like no matter what happens, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this anyway. And I get it with the whole time travel thing, but I'm with Armin on this. Because Armin says, okay, but you're saying it's predetermined, but didn't you determine it? And I'm just like, yeah, he did it. So I don't care what Eren talking about. Oh, I'm a slave to my free. I just like, that to me wanders into some crazy territory. Like, oh, I'm just automatic. No matter what the choices I made, I'm automatically destined to kill everybody. I was just like, girl, I don't know about all that. But I am here for it when Eren says, basically, I'm an idiot who got his hands on power, and that's why this resolution was the only possible outcome. And I'm just like, yeah, that's really what it is. We can keep it there. Because then Armin tries to help take responsibility for Eren's, mass murdering by saying that, oh, if Armin hadn't shown Eren the outside world or that book or whatever, then none of this would have happened, basically. Then he said, okay, well, we will see each other again in hell. I'm just like, girl, bye, Armin. You did not massacre all them people. I'm so sorry. Like, they're trying to be like, oh, yeah, we're just going to skip together. It's going to be happy ending in hell. It's like, girl, Eren's going to be there by himself. I'm so sorry, girl. I don't know what to tell you. And then they get up, and I'm just like, oh, they about to kiss. Are they about to kiss? I'm such a F word. But yeah, they hug and whatever. And Armin wakes up with all of those memories after Eren had been defeated. Because Eren was just like, after all of this is said and done, you will wake up and your memories from our talks will be restored. And that's exactly what happened. And Mikasa was like, you too, girl. When she seen Armin, she was like, you too, honey. You got your memories back, ain't you, girl? Go ahead and cry it out. That's exactly what Armin was like. Oh, he saw Eren's fucking bowling ball head. He was like, oh my god. I was like, I understand. I get it, girl. Because we, the audience loved it too, but bitch, he was stepping on people aunties and shit, girl. I don't know what to tell y'all. It was just so many moments tying up everything else, right? Levi seeing all of his dead comrades was a moment. Oh, Levi been through so much shit, bro. Oh my god. Mikasa goes to bury Eren, and then we see that Eldia had formed a military led by Jaegerists for fear that the rest of humanity might retaliate. Titans no longer exist, but there will still be conflict, obviously. The crew is now, we see the crew and they having like cute little funny moments and shit. It was fun. Like, the crew is now all ambassadors for peace. They're nervous, obviously, because they're going back to the island, and the Eldians might want them dead after everything. They didn't kill Eren, they didn't betray so it's just like, you know, it's gonna be interesting to see this. That well, we're not gonna see anything, girl, because the shit is over. But it's an interesting storyline to consider, right? How they would go about trying to be ambassadors between these two fucking factions. It's just wow. This is what Armin says. The scout regiment is made up of a bunch of dreamers who don't know when to quit. He's like, girl, we finna get ourselves killed doing this crazy shit. He's just like, girl, what's new? Then we see Levi. Oh my god, hey, yeah, I hope somebody helping Levi, taking care of a veteran. You know what I mean? Making sure Levi good, he's set. All right. This moment with the bird and scarf with Eren's grave, and Mikasa was just like, oh my god, please. It was just really cute. And then the end credits showed a lot. It showed people visiting Eren's grave over the years. I think it also showed Mikasa dying of old age, did it not? If I'm not wrong about that. And it also showed the cycle of violence that just keeps repeating, because as the world modernized, we see missiles and other powerful weapons being used in the future, right? So it's just like, yeah, it's just like a cycle of violence. You got one motherfucker who think they gonna end it all by just doing the most heinous fucked up shit ever, and guess what? It still continues. So it's just like you sacrifice yourself, your morals, your humanity for what at the end of the day? It's such a interesting thing to talk about, like to discuss. So I don't know, y'all, I really enjoyed this anime. I'm sure all the manga readers are going to tell me to go read the manga and stuff and get into it. I would love to see the differences between how the manga ended versus how the anime ended. Tell me what your favorite part of the episode was. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll check y'all out later.